So I'm just decided to film in my little workspace today because this is where I am 99% of my life. It's right here in my little corner. So today I'm going to dive into the kiddie pool of astrology. Yes, kiddie pool, as there is so much to learn. It is a very complex subject. There was a lot, and there are a lot of words that made me go, what? And I cannot be the only person who tries to pick up an astrology book and thinks they're doing pretty well, and then they hit like chapter 4 where it's like sextiles and conjunctions, and you're like, what? So I love astrology, but I need it to be a little bit dumbed down. So it's a super vast, complex subject, but I'm going to try and simplify it, maybe in like a mini series of videos, to try not to cover so much in one because it is a lot. First, if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Alice. I make videos on witchcraft, DIYs, and whatever else I feel like doing that day. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you're always updated on what I put out. Astronomy is the study of the planets and the celestial bodies and the scientific research behind it. Astrology is the interpretation of those celestial bodies and the energy that they have and the effects of the energy that they have on us. So it's much more of a subjective topic. It's much more vast and broad, and that's what I love about astrology. And it's so freaking scarily accurate. It's so accurate. Like, I am that person who goes, you're being such a Scorpio right now. My boyfriend just loves it. How do the planet's energy affect us? Every sign of the zodiac has a season spanning about 2 months. And no matter what your sign is, you will feel the effects of these planets. You will feel the effects of these planets' energies. So this means whenever the sun is rotating on its axis, whatever zodiac sign it's in that rotation is what planet is being affected the most. Wherever the sun is in the rotation of the zodiac, whatever planet it's next to, that's the energy that you're gonna feel the most for those next 2 months. You can also use this to plan ahead. So if you're looking to travel, you would want to do this when the sun is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is great for travel and adventure. You need a raise. So you want to ask your boss in Leo season, because Leos are fiery and passionate and proud and vocal. Might be some good energy to harness if you need some strength to ask for a raise. So you can think of the planets as different characters. Different characters that have different jobs, different roles, different goals. Everyone has the same major 10 planets in their birth chart, but express themselves totally different based on where the zodiac sign is placed in your birth chart. So you could be the same sun sign as somebody else, but you guys will be completely different people because of where the planets were placed at the time of your birth. The chart is just the snapshot of the sky the day that you were born. So the sun and the moon are considered planets in the zodiac. They are what's known as the luminaries. Mercury, Venus, and Mars, those three move the quickest through the zodiac, which is why they affect us the most. So that's why you'll hear Mercury in retrograde a lot more often than something else being in retrograde, because they travel the quickest. Jupiter and Saturn are your social planets. These planets govern areas of our lives that relate to interpersonal issues. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are the outer planets, and these three travel the slowest through the zodiac. And they influence a society as a whole. So if you're born in like 1988, there's an entire generation that's born under, or born in the time of Pluto. And then there'll be like a certain there will be a whole generation born under Neptune. Like, that's how slowly it moves. Just like everything in life, there's good and there's bad characteristics with the planets. The benefic planets are the good vibe planets, Jupiter and Venus. Venus is love, Jupiter is abundance and success and luck. Like the tougher, destructive planets, which is Mars and Saturn. And these are what's known as the malefic planets. These are your more destructive, more tougher energy that they bring. Planets all affect us by where they were in the sky the time we were born, which is where we get our birth chart from. So you need to know the date, the exact time that you were born, and the location. It's a very big must that you know the exact time, because planets rotate every 24 hours. They also shift every 4 minutes. This is why you can have the exact same signs as somebody else, but be completely different, because every 4 minutes it's shifting, and every 24 hours it's shifting. Don't know your exact time, can't find out your ascending sign, and your ascending sign is actually very important. Your ascending sign tells you much more about who you are as a person, kind of what you're here to do and become. Your sun sign is more of like your ego and your sense of self. Your ascending sign is basically like the face you give to the world, your goals and what you go after. And your moon sign is your inner self, your emotions, your subconscious. What are the signs? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Will be a chart with the 12 houses. So your birth chart shows where the signs were in your houses the day that you were born. And this basically is a life map of what you are to accomplish, what you're here for, what kind of problems you're gonna have, what kind of goal or what kind of dreams and what you're gonna accomplish. This could all be found in your birth chart. It's really crazy. Birth chart, it will look something like this. I'll use mine as an example. I did mine last night. So it's a circle, and as you can see, the zodiac signs are all in different little pie shapes. These pie shapes are known as the houses. If you're a horoscope reader, this is where that kind of information comes from. So the 12 houses, it defines the exact areas of your life. Each house represents something unique, but they all represent a collective unit. It's not the same as the zodiac wheel. The zodiac and the house wheel are combined. Boop. And that's how you would read your birth chart. The first house is yourself. It's ego, yourself, the sense of yourself. Number 2 is material possessions and security. 3 is local community and communication. Number 4 is home and family. 5, creativity and romance. 6, day jobs and your daily routine. 7, partnerships. 8, death, transformation, and sex. 9 is travel and philosophy. 10, public image, career, and the legacy that you leave behind. And 11 is humanity and technology. 12 is psychic attribute and the collective unconscious. The ascendant sign shows your chart's ruling planet. I'm a Sagittarius ascendant as well as a Sagittarius moon. Yeah, my ruling planet is Jupiter, which is hilarious because when I was a little kid, Sailor Jupiter was my absolute favorite. Sailor Moon was my favorite show, and Sailor Jupiter was my absolute favorite Sailor Scout. So really weird how things kind of just intertwine, don't they? Those are the houses. Depending on where the signs are placed in your houses, the energy of those planets is how you interact, how you react, who you are. And it's really interesting when you start digging down and going through and picking apart. It's really interesting. You can really figure out yourself, and you can really figure out how to change certain things about yourself. So we have 3 groups of signs that each have 4 in them. Now I find this was an easy way for me to remember all of them, plus what the cardinal, what the fixed, and what the mutable signs were. So there's 4 signs in each of those groups. So the cardinal group is first sign of every new season are the cardinal signs. So you have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Aries is the first day of spring. Cancer is the first day of summer, Libra, the first day of fall, and Capricorn is the first day of winter. These people are very usually energetic, productive, dynamic. They like to go after what they want. We have the fixed signs. So these are people who are a bit more on the stubborn side. They're persistent, they're stable, reliable, and determined. They also have an unwillingness to change and can be a bit stubborn and resistant. My partner is a Scorpio, he's a fixed, and oh my God, is he ever. Last we have the mutable signs. So we got Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces, and these are your mutable signs. So these are people who are much more adaptable to change, much more flexible, go with the flow. These people are much more go with the flow than any other of the signs. I'm a Sun Virgo, like I said, Ascendant, and Moon Sagittarius. So all my signs are mutable, and I am very scatterbrained. I'm a very scatterbrained person, but I'm very adaptable to change, and I am very go with the flow, if you can't tell. There's 4 signs in each group. There's 1 of each element in each group as well. So that made it a little bit more easy for me to remember. So what energies do the planets give off? So the sun's energy is the self, of course. It's the conscious mind, it's the ego, vitality. The moon is emotion, subconscious, it's our habits, it's our subconscious as well. Mercury is the planet of communication, language, intellect, and reason. So if you have Mercury in your third house, which is communication, and Mercury is the planet of communication, chances are that you're probably going to be very like a chatterbox, maybe somebody who does somebody who is very expressive and chatty. Venus is love, beauty, harmony, and art. We don't actually really look at Earth from because astrology is Earth point of view based. We don't really look at the Earth's energies. Energy of the Earth is life-giving, it's the mother, it's safety, it's our rootedness. So the Earth itself is just like our big mummy. Planet of Mars rules. Its energy is action-oriented, it's aggressive, competitive, it's your courage. Jupiter is luck and abundance. It's optimism, it's expansion. Saturn, structure and responsibility, is very serious planet. Uranus is all about rebellion and change. It's your eccentricity. Neptune is imagination and dreams and the psychic realm, instinct and mysticism. Pluto is transformation and our afterlife and evolution. What happens when these planets go into retrograde, which we hear a lot of, and it really does mess with us, doesn't it? What retrograde means is that in the sky, it looks as if the planet is moving backwards, which it's not, it just appears that way, but it does throw off the shift of its energy. So basically everything is working against you in these moments. Most dreaded of all is the Mercury retrograde, which if you think about Mercury being the planet of communication, is going to affect communication, travel plans, and technology. So you're most likely to make mistakes during this time, especially like if you work on a computer or things like that. Common for like your technology just kind of like stop working, or for you to like lose important things like maybe your passport or something for travel. So just take care during these times. Mercury retrogrades the most in the year, obviously, because it moves the quickest. So the other ones, they retrograde from a month to about 6 months long. The Venus retrograde lasts about a month. Communication issues with relationships. Mars is the planet of action and taking action. You could lose a lot of like motivation during this time, just not feeling it, just would rather kind of be a little blanket burrito, couch slug. Things might also just start to slow down in your life. If you're working on something, things might just come to a halt all of a sudden because Mars is like, I'm being lazy right now. Just give me a month. There is no retrograde of Mars in 2021, which means this is going to be a year of getting shit done. Yay! I also have a sign in every other planet. For example, here's my birth chart. So my birth chart, my sun is in Virgo, my moon is Sagittarius, Mercury is Libra, Venus is Leo, Mars is Aries, Jupiter is Gemini. Hold on. So my Jupiter is Gemini, my Saturn is also Sagittarius, my Uranus is also Sagittarius, which makes a lot of sense because that's the planet of rebellion, and my chart is heavy Sagittarius, heavy fire signs, so it makes a lot of sense about the person I am. My Pluto is Scorpio, which I find also very interesting because Pluto is kind of like your shadow self planet. Scorpios in me have always had a really weird reputation, so it's really interesting to me that my shadow self turns out to be one of it turns out to be the sign that I've had the most issues with in life. I have like a little knowledge of like Virgos being known as being really detail oriented and kind of like stick up their butt people, which I can say that we're not. Hardworking, yes. Workaholics, yes. Stick up the butts, no. Hilarious, yes. Leos are known for being, you know, the life of the party and look at me, attention seeker and over dramatic and very proud and yeah. So these are just like a few characteristics of the other signs that maybe you can just like go around and try and pinpoint what people are. So Aries, which is ruled by the first house. Just waiting for my cat's bathroom break. Okay, I think she's done. Aries is the first house. These people are dynamic, ambitious, independent, and quick-witted. Taurus, they're patient, dependable, sensual, determined, but very stubborn. Gemini is the 3rd house. Versatile, they're eloquent, lively, and sharp-minded. They can also be a little bit two-faced. Cancers, intuitive people, intuitive, imaginative, they're protective, super emotional, will cry over everything. Cancer is the 4th house. 5th house is Leo. These are your performers in life. They're very confident people. 6th house is Virgo. Practical, reliable, eccentric, and intelligent. The small details for me really matter. Like small details that are out of place for me, that's what irks me. I feel like that's where my Virgo really shines, is in the small details. The devil is in the details. I don't think this one's gotten any airtime yet. This is Artemis. She's a little in my eyes. Hey. Oh. Ow. Ow. Oh my God. So in the 7th house, we have Libra. Charming, easygoing, idealistic, charismatic. I love me a Libra. My Mercury is Libra actually, which is communication and the way that you speak, I guess. So I've been told that I'm very Libra because I'm very like West Coast easygoing. Yeah, dude. So they recognize my Libra. 8th house is Scorpio. They're passionate, they're resourceful, they're mysterious. Their psychic abilities are crazy. Like my boyfriend, he will just know things and it's weird. It's really weird. But he's so not like that at all either. Me and him are very opposite when it comes to who we are as people. And when he just has like these psychic moments, I'm always like, oh, why can't you just harness that skill? And he's all like looking at me like I'm crazy, but it's true. They're very like mystical and like, yeah, Scorpios they're intense. They're intense people. If you have Capricorns, these are your hard workers and you're disciplined. They're very self-sufficient and genuine. And Capricorns they get their shit done. They're good shit. And 11th house is Aquarius, and Aquariuses are like, they're very original and they very much like to do their own thing and not really be told what to do, and they go about their way in the way that they want to go about it in their way, and they're gonna do what an Aquarius wants to do. They're very cerebral, but they're very friendly people. My son is an Aquarius. He's a little cerebral guy, that is for sure. Yeah, he's gonna be something one day. He's gonna be very innovative and he's gonna change the world. Last and final sign in the 12th house is Pisces, which they are empathetic, sensitive, caring people. My dog is Pisces, actually. This is a fun fact. Go and look up what zodiac sign your pet is and let me know in the comments below. So I looked up my dog. My dog is a Pisces and she is a Pisces. She is such a baby. She's so overdramatic. She needs to be pet at all times. She's scared of the wind. She's such a baby. My cats are Leo, which they are. They are the queens of the house. They get what they want. They are not shy to let me know when they need something. And yeah, she's staring at me right now, just like a little fucking lion. Okay, so that was the 12 signs, the 12 houses, what the modes are, and what the planets do. So I think that for the first video, that's probably a lot of information. Yeah, let me know if this video was helpful at all. It's just like a quick reference guide. I'm gonna be putting PDFs on my Patreon for this, so if you want just something quick and easy to glance over, or if you want to use it in your book of shadows, or if you're interested in starting to use planetary energies and stuff like that, make sure you check out my Patreon because I just started it and I'm terrified to start it, but I'm gonna give it a go. So if you are interested in joining my little coven on there, please do so. Go and check me out on social media, on Instagram and Etsy at Alice Crow Creations. This topic is so massive and vast and it's so interesting, so I can literally talk about this all day and compare signs. I suggest that you go and do your birth chart for yourself because it's really fun. Go and just go Google birth chart. There's a million different websites that you just enter your information. Get your time of birth though. If you don't know, go ask your mommy. Your mom should know. So I hope this little ditty about the planets and the planet energies were helpful. Any questions or any other topics that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Happy almost Yule. I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye.